Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and sorry about the late broadcast. We are currently 10 laps in to the Daytona.
There's a quite large lead pack, and then there's a secondary pack that's staying just within relatively striking distance. Erwin Williams car. Tell you what, thanks, second line. Yeah, we're looking at Mr. Lucky and Harmon, and I think I see Burgess in there. J.W. Miller. I think they're just content to hang within striking distance, and they don't really want to get up there too close. It looks like they're about a second off of, at least the second off of Mr. Sims. He was front briefly, so I think he's confident he can get back up there. Although, these cars are running fixed setups. They're all pretty equal. And quite frankly, there isn't a whole lot of – actually, I shouldn't say that. There's a different type of skill to running these tracks. And it's not running smooth like Mr. Wolf's used to doing at, say, a Dover, for example. It's a completely different skill set. And as I say that, here comes Mr. Wolf. Yeah, just crazy views to it. Well, I was watching him a couple corners ago. He bounced it off the apron a little bit. Tell you what, that 23 of Skinner can't decide which line he wants to go, and he just dove down in front of JP. Mike. That's Springer. JP is currently running a 10th, actually, right in front of Mr. Kingcott. There we go. We got one in the wall. That was the number 19, Cody Barber. Off the bumper of Adam Furry. Well, and with the new quickie cautions, he's not going to have very many cautions to get it fixed. He's going to have one shot at it and get as much as he can get fixed in one stop. Well, and I'm making a point to call the people that didn't like the long cautions crybabies. You know, you want this as realistic as possible, yet you're going to artificially do, you know, these quickie cautions, and I don't like it either, not one bit. Yeah, quite frankly, you know, you almost other than fuel, you barely need to. Yes, it is. Not exactly my choice of words, but okay, if you say it'll be interesting. Well, it's going to go one or two ways. It's either going to be, you know, somewhat of a wreck fest, or we're going to stay green until about 10 to go. Yeah, I think that'd be better. I mean, I'd love to see that 79 in victory lane. Well, he wouldn't be open this year. Now we do have a quite a few more cars running in this lead pack now too. No, I'm seeing more cars joining the front pack and not hanging back to draw back a little bit. Not as much. It is still a factor, but it's nothing like it used to be. In fact, in the I want to say 5 or 6 races I ran this week in the A's and the B's, I didn't see one car overheat. That's one less thing. Usually. Oh, no, 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 no.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
I tell you what I'm seeing there though is the 23 of Skinner didn't come up quite enough to get square with Kleinschmidt. He came up and was still a little bit too low to really get in that line. Kleinschmidt comes back up the track backwards. Root, RJ Root. And then Faree and Kingcott come in there. Faree gets a little bit, and Kingcott's all over the brakes and doesn't get into anything. Looks like Wright gets a little down in the grass. Sims is down in the grass, and he makes it through. Faree. Well, it happened at the front of the field. I mean, there's a lot of nothing you can do when cars that are running in the top, 4 or 5 start an incident. Who's that? I did a fabulous job. Yeah, Cowgill got by with nothing. Cowgill and James both got by with nothing. He got a little of that. I mean, he didn't get much. He got a little bit of a door kiss, left front, left door, got a little kiss. Sims drove it through the grass and got nothing out of that unless he hit some bumps coming through the grass. Yeah, Sims never made any contact with anybody. Well, he's got a right front crinkle, a little gap in his hood. Well, Fareed took his to the garage. He's done.
Green flag, green flag.
And Kleinschmidt's back on the track. Oh, yeah, there's engine damage. You lose some horsepower. Yeah, I keep seeing that for a Kingcott looking like he might want to move to the high side, and maybe not, and maybe so. And now it's too late. 25's alongside him. Well, and the thing is, side draft the way it's modeled here isn't the way it works in real life either. You're not able to really pull the car back to you like you can in real life. You actually pick up some speed and pick up some draft off the side of the car that you're side drafting off of. Yes, it. He's not going to lead that lap. I'm going with my teammates. I mean, I like Sims. Sims won the Open to start off the season, and I know how well Brent's been running lately and how hard he's been running, how hard he's been trying to master these plate tracks. So I'm liking the 4 and the 79. It looks like it's affecting him too bad. He's still running in this front pack. I'll tell you what, I led the most laps in my very first DRL race. Brought that 4 and that 79. If they can get hooked up together, they're in the same line now. If they can get hooked up together towards the front, they'll work well together and they'll make something happen. Well, that's Eric Wolf, too. I don't think Wolf's damage is too bad either. Yeah, it's about 40. JP, early. Lap car. Lap car, go wherever he wants. That's true. What a guy say to me though, he says that it's common courtesy, just like returning carts at the shopping, at the grocery store. It's nice that you don't have to do it. So another 30 feet, and they'd be able to put it up to the store. Look, 88 and 21 coming on the outside. Like everything standing still. Now there, the 21 of Springer was doing some serious side drafting to keep that momentum up. You know what I want to think? Springer had such a good run that TBB couldn't catch up to him. Oh, what the heck? James just swung all the way out 3 wide. Almost like he was just trying to get out of the way or something. The 8 drivers for dysfunctional Patriots. Well, Collins is running solo. Joshua Durham. Yeah, Springer and TBB played cat and mouse for about half a lap to a lap, and finally, TBB had the stronger line. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed by this 21. Springer is side drafting like a master here and getting runs like you wouldn't believe on the outside. Oh, I just noticed Clay Phillips and RJ Root both have taken their cars behind the wall, and both were involved in that incident. Well, it's a family broadcast, so I won't say what kind of show I had this past week racing in officials at this track. Was the best I finished was 4th, and that was with 12 incident points. He is not as of yet. Well, we're coming down to nearly 20 to go here. It's going to be go time here pretty soon. I'm thinking it's 40 to 42. I might be wrong. That might be the A cars. Either way, cars that have been running up front the majority of this time are burning more fuel than the cars in the back that are drafting. Here comes Mr. Harmon. And this time the 23 of Skinner takes the high line. Yes, he did. I was telling my teammates, good luck having a time slower than his, and he posted a time of 3 minutes and 50 seconds. We did. That 82 of Chris James is just looking for an opening to take. He's thought about it. I think King Cotton will be happy to take that spot away from James. He hopes somebody'd go with him. Oh, baby. That was close. That was close. Skinner's in the middle. If I was spotting for him, I'd be telling him to get that TBB. That's AP. And oh, James may push in front. Well, you watch for Springer to jump on the outside 3 wide again to move back to the front. Oh, King Cott was thinking about coming down in front of Springer. Glad I wasn't spotting for him. I think that's a lap lead for the 4, though. The official one does. Nope, I get a yellow. I'm killing the engine and coasting and trying to save enough fuel. You're screwed on a green-white checker, Dad. You're screwed then, but I go for the win in regulation. If this is an official race, I'd do that. But being this is a DRL race and we all know each other, we all trust each other, we know how each other drives. Nope, I go for the win in regulation. I'm banking on no overtime. Has been going a lap down. He's been the lap car several times, so that's it may not be scheduled, but that's just a consequence of being in that incident. 3 wide. Nobody with him. He might get some help from Springer here. Nope. We're gonna be 10 to go at the stripe. Yeah, it's 20 Wetstein. Now, think of this as well. We've got a few drivers here in this pack of front 11 that are Truck Series regulars that have got nothing to lose in this race. And here comes Harmon. Harmon strong on the outside. No, he's going to run out of gas now. He had a head of steam. That's trouble. That's
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
No, we will not. There's enough laps left that with the quickie cautions, we'll go back to under green. Oh, that is the question. That looks like almost Springer tapped Musial, but Musial was coming up, and Musial just didn't have room to get in front of Harmon, and turned Musial into the wall, and Harmon, JW Miller. Lindahl plows in there. I got the 72 of Durham, 67 of Burgess. I don't know if Collins gets woed up or not. Doesn't look like Collins doesn't hit anything. He just misses the rear end of Lindahl. See a fun ride go on board with the 98 of Austin Collins. There's your move of the race right there. Wow. And like I said, that's the call I make and go for a win in regulation. I had to jump out for a quick second to encourage my driver. Here's the thing with Lucky we have to remember, too. I don't know if Lucky is going to press any situations because he's trying to point his way into the playoffs. One of the worst things can happen to him right now is to get caught up in something this late in the race and end up finishing outside, let's just say outside the top 10. Because I think he's got 3 wins already, so he doesn't need the W. He just needs decent points. Racing. Hang on to it. Yeah, he got a little bit sideways off of Lucky's bumper. Oh, around goes
All right,
Springer.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Yeah, if you're killing the motor, you're saving some fuel right now. At this point, you're definitely looking at some extra laps. And the closest car we've got that did any pit stops will be, I'm showing 10th place, Austin Collins. Austin Collins, Eric Wolf, Dustin Musial. Cody Barber. Yeah, those cars are all, I think, going to be really tight on fuel. Doesn't need to. Wolf's got plenty of fuel, I'll bet. Well, we've got a possibility of three green white checkers, so yep, there you go. Lights off. All right. TBB, Springer, Patrick Calgo, Chris Lucky, Zach Wetstein. Mine are 7 and 9, nose to tail on the restart. On the inside, though. No, absolutely not.
flag, green flag.
Oh, they're tight. They are tight. And we get this white flag, and this is an official race. Oh, Springer's not happy. He's with the 44. Here comes the 77. Here comes James. Out of 4. He does seem to have an affinity for these super speedways, doesn't he? That's surprisingly, that's only TBB's second win of the season. He's second in points, but that's only his second win.
Yeah, I got you. I'm very happy. So much can go on during a Daytona race between lap 1 and 75, since we went green, white, checkered. So even to come out third, I'm very happy. Well, the guys I was talking to, we were looking at fuel and we were looking good. We were saving under those last 2 or 3 cautions just to make sure we had any green, white, checkers. But no, I was good on that last run. Oh, I mean, we kept it clean for a good part of the beginning of the race. And just as we started to talk about green flag pit stops, a caution happened. Those last 15, 20 laps, there was just a lot of there was some give and take, but there was people starting to be a little bit more aggressive because you want to get towards the front to be at the front for the last lap or so. So it got dicey, but everybody kept it as clean as you can for a restrictor plate race.
Oh, you stole my thunder on the fuel. I was going to ask him how close he was on fuel, but you kind of stole my thunder there, so we're good.
No, I'm not going to make 80%. I started about halfway through the season, so I'm just kind of here to run and have fun and try to win some races. First of all, you guys, I mean, I've broadcasted a couple of races this season, and it you have to sit through, all these laps during these races, and it can get kind of grueling. So shout out to you guys, shout out to JP for running the league. I mean, I've been in a couple of leagues, and this by far is just the best one I've ever been in. So, yeah, shout out to JP for running the league and race control. Well, also to my pops, I know he's watching this race, so shout out to him as well. I'm definitely going to put a lot more practice this weekend to Darlington than what I usually do. I usually practice a decent amount, but I'm going to really try to get Darlington under my grasp so I don't wreck anybody next week. I'll hop out of here. I'm getting off for the night, so I'll just hop out of here. Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, I got you. I honestly couldn't tell you. I I didn't want to be on his bad side, I guess, since I'm not racing for points and he is. I don't know. I just didn't want to get on his bad side.
That I say because he's race control during our races. I can hear it now. Calgill wasn't anywhere near that incident, but I'm giving him an EOL.
To be honest, though, I did honestly think about bumping him going into the corner and trying to push him up, but then I thought twice about it, so I didn't cause a caution or anything. That one, I think it was the second to last lap. I caught that yellow line, and that thing is slippery, and almost lost it. And I guess I pissed off Mike a little bit, but yeah. I love Darlington. That's probably one of my top 3 favorite tracks. In the Xfinity series, probably pretty slim, but in the trucks, I think I got a decent chance.
Well, same question I wanted to ask Wetstein. As far as fuel goes, how close were you on fuel there at the end?
I show that I had 1.77 gallons left.
Oh, you were probably in pretty good shape then.
Yeah, 4.7 laps I could have gone. No. You guys for doing the broadcast. JP for all the stuff that he does with running the league and all that. And then the guys that I was chilling with tonight in their channel. I honestly don't remember what their team name is, but I was chilling with them through the race, so I like to thank them too. So you can just put me in race chat. Yeah, you too.
Yeah, I got you guys. Yeah, well, early on, that big one on the back straightaway with Kleinschmidt and Skinner, I thought I had a little damage, but it turns out I actually had none. So I felt confident in the car the rest of the race, and then just conserved fuel for a little while. And then once I was good on fuel, decided to charge back up there after pushing Mike for a little bit, and got lucky again, kind of like Talladega last year with the caution, because I think I was maybe a fender ahead of him when the caution came out, and then yeah, just lucky to be able to hold him off. And I was surprised that Patrick didn't really make a move on me off turn 4, but I had Zach behind me and he was helping us out a lot down in the DPR Discord, so I felt pretty good if I could make it that far that I could get the win. I got the 5-lap warning like going into turn 1 on the last lap, so
Yeah, he was doing some pretty awesome burnouts after the race, so he had enough juice to burn it down.
well, I just blew my motor just sitting here because I didn't turn it off. But either way, that was a fun race overall, and glad we got a good turnout. And I'm sorry to the guys behind me because I did have a little spike in my ping that caused a little chaos behind me. I don't know why, because my internet's been pretty solid recently. But yeah, it was a fun night. Yeah, second points won. I'm gonna try my best. I know Eric's some pretty stout competition, as well as Chris Lucky if he makes it to the rest of the races, as well as Thomas. And yeah, so it won't be no picnic, that's for sure. But I feel pretty good about at least making it that far. And those the win tonight with those extra bonus points will definitely help once the playoffs do begin. Well, you know me and road courses, they don't really gel, so I'm definitely got kind of concerned about the roval. But other than that, I mean, I think at least we got Dover out of the way last week, and I got my crappy race there.
And you're good with Bristol and Martinsville?
Oh yeah, I really enjoy Bristol. Well, Martinsville with these cars, last time I drove them, wasn't all that particularly enjoyable. But I wonder if they made any adjustments to the current setup. But I enjoy both places. I think I think Martinsville is actually the second to last
Yeah,
track.
you've got the first three are Bristol, Vegas, and the Roval.
All right, so yeah, Vegas, I basically blew a right front tire with 3 laps to go. So hopefully I can figure that one out a little better. But I definitely feel good about Bristol.
No, we both beat up on him about the fuel. So that was my big pressing question because I thought you guys were all getting really close on fuel.
We were all talking about it, and we were thinking about if a caution came out, whether to just go in or not. But once the caution was, we got the caution with like 8 to go, and said that, and we just said at that point we can't. We just got to maintain track position.
Yeah, Dave and I were discussing it, and I wasn't sure, but I thought these did 40 to 42 on a fuel load. So that's probably closer than we were thinking, where it might be 35.
Well, definitely everybody down in the DPR with Chris James and Mike Springer, Richard Springer. It kind of sucked to see Mike get shuffled back there on that last lap. He had a good shot at it as well. Um, Everybody else down there, Zach Wetstein was in here with us asking to help us, and he did a great job. And I felt good again. I felt good about on the last lap seeing him in third. Eric made a nice recovery. Uh, Everybody for tuning into the broadcast, even though it wasn't the full distance, and hopefully, I heard more. You got more concerns about your wife, so definitely gotta think about her and just you and her the best. And just thanks to everybody for tuning in and making this league what it is. Yep, thank you very much, guys. I can go back to DPR. Yep, I'll see you next week.
See you, Taylor. Oh, Darlington will be fun. That's a fun track. The egg is always fun. Maybe not as exciting as this was, but Darlington always produces some interesting races. Oh, high side. Yeah, that's the secret to getting around that joint is being able to run that high line in 3 and 4.